Okay, so guys, we're back for part two. So I wanted to go ahead and start by letting my husband talk about his experience the day of.
Well, I was a little nerve wracking, knowing that guys, when you guys watch this, girls, when you have your guys getting married and stuff, you going to make sure all your T's are crossed and I's are dotted. So one of my groomsmen didn't have his money for his tux, so I was kind of stressing about that. So at the end of the day,
Baby, I want you to talk about your actual experience today of.
that's what I'm getting into. So it's like, the
He's
night
so
before.
long-winded. This is gonna be 6 parts.
The night before, whoever the guy said, "Hey, don't worry about it. We got it taken care of." So the day of the wedding, I had to take my nephew go get his jacket alternated or refitted. So I saw one of my groomsmen getting his tux, and I saw her brothers getting their tux. The Greenberg getting his tux. So I'm cool now. I'm straight. Everything's going into place. So we get to the church. Me and my nephew get there. So we'll change at the church. All of a sudden, what happens? The door is locked. I can't get into the church. I know she was already there because she was getting her hair done and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm banging on the door. Nobody showing up. I'm hoping that no one from her party shows up. So then my niece decides to open the door. No, one of her bridesmaids opened the door up and we getting dressed. So it was everything was getting that point. And all my groomsmen started to show up. I'm looking suited and booted. So it's like she just
How
all
you
in the
gonna
way.
move me over?
She all in the way.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my tea in. I'm not really feeling that great
She
right now.
put her hand all in the way to view the
I'm
camera.
sorry.
Good Lord. But
Lord have him.
she
Bless him.
but everything was done. Everything went well. Because I was a nervous wreck. It
That's
just
the point I wanted you to get to.
you're nervous about just seeing all these people. You're saying your vows in front of your God, in front of your wife, and everything, and then you see your wife coming down the aisle, and all that just goes in your mind just thinking about stuff.
But the crazy part with me is that even people like were saying that they would have freaked out with what happened with me, but I was the calmest that I've ever probably been in the course of us actually even being together. I was so calm. I was not nervous the whole time.
And she's gonna get into that. What happened to her? Because you probably wonder what's going on. What happened to her? What happened to her? But right now, this supposed to be about me and my part in my situation. That,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll do that on part 3. I'm
yes,
sorry. Go ahead, baby.
yes,
Take the flow back.
yes.
I'm so sorry.
But
I'm sorry.
But it just like I said, just now everything. My guys were back in the bag once they got dressed. She's gonna talk about her situation in part 3. But we had a little snafu. Something went wrong. So they back in the back watching the game, and they all OU fans, and they saw the OU loss, so they was all upset. They was like, "I'm going home. I'm going home." I was like, "No, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all staying right here. This ain't about no OU game. This is about me and my getting married." They was like, "Oh no, we know. We just messing with you. Just mad because the game was how it went down." So on my end, like I said, everything went well. I was still a little nervous. But at the same time, I was happy to see my wife
He
come
was
down the
not
aisle.
no little nervous. He was really, really nervous. Even whenever my mom went to go put his corsage on, she's like, Terrence is here and he's so nervous. And even like his aunt had words with him when she got to the church because he was so nervous.
Again, any man would be nervous knowing the fact
But
that you
you're
about to get married.
downplaying it. You're downplaying the fact that you were like really, really, really nervous.
I mean, I wasn't sweating. I wasn't like.
Yes, he was.
My palms were sweating a little bit, but
He was wiping it down on the video. We have a video of the wedding that we could not get to upload. But if y'all see this video, this man has tissue the whole time. One of his best man had to grab tissue for him. He's sitting here doing all this, and then he starts doing all this because he starts crying.
Okay, again, I'm nervous because the fact that I'm in a
Nervous
tub.
has nothing to do with
I'm
tears.
a big guy,
honey.
and the fact that I'm around everybody looking at me to start off. So it's like all eyes on me. So of course I'm gonna get a little nervous. Of course I'm gonna have my little Kleenex, little towel, or so wipe my brow. And she right when she came down the aisle, I did start crying because that's a intimate moment. You seen your bride for the first time in her dress coming down the aisle, you're gonna get taken back for a little bit. So my part is done as far as for this little ceremony, but I'm gonna let her do part 3. So she gonna talk about her situation part 3. So I'll see you in a little bit.